Donald Trump, of course, is declaring victory after the Supreme Court keeps him on the ballot, saying, big win for America. Sure, well, because he cares about America. This is not about him and his aspirations, it's about America. So not much there, although bear in mind, he's doing a press conference soon, so I'm sure that will be the worst. But he was on a conservative radio show, and he said he was honored by it. This is for future presidents. This is not for me. This is for future presidents. All presidents, you know, all presidents insurrect, from time to time. This isn't that he is this one singular president who has not respected the peaceful transfer of power and brought us to the brink of the end of American democracy in a way that literally no other president before has. It's not that. It's for all presidents.
And I will be all of those presidents.
From now on.
From now on, all the presidents is me. But he's got to win in November. Ooh, or not, John, honestly, or not. Given this ruling, it's like, it's basically, yeah, go ahead and do the thing that you did on January 6th. Do it, okay, do it a little bit more organized. Maybe kick it to the Supreme Court, will rule in your favor. Make sure the margin of error is a little bit narrower so we can kick it to you, TBD, but we got your back. Like a little bit, it's that.
Before we continue with the story, we depend on members to keep on going. Don't wait. Click join now on YouTube.
Or even if they don't put him in, like he loses and then they put him in office, why not do a coup again? Your plan is to run in 2028. Why not run after 2 attempts at an insurrection? Right. I mean, you're not going to be banned after that. They're not even interested in the insurrection part of this. So the whole thing is so utterly ridiculous. I can't wait to see what he says at this press conference. But in any event, the Secretary of State of Colorado, who of course, led the first of these states that have taken him off the ballot, Jenna Griswold, said, I'm disappointed in the decision stripping states of the authority to enforce Section 3 of the 14th Amendment for federal candidates. Colorado should be able to bar oath-breaking insurrectionists from our ballot. You would think, I mean, it's in the Constitution, but they don't like it. So sorry, Colorado. And also, I just want to mention this because we're talking about like who's happy about this, who's not happy about this. So on Twitter, which don't go to it, but 9-0 Trump was trending, which look, if you're a MAGA person and you want Trump on the ballot, which I'm assuming you do, then you've got to be happy about the fact that this is 9-0. But that is, of course, never enough for these people. So all of them, like Twitter's flooded right now with racism and anti-Semitism. But then also about this stuff, it's people saying like, the libs are breaking down. They can't believe that it went this way. What are you talking about? We've been saying for months, this is how it's gonna go. We were speculating about exactly what argument they were gonna use, but what lib is surprised by this? They have to pretend to themselves that we're angry, like not because this is the system playing itself out the way it's supposed to, that this is, if anything, is a deep state that protects the establishment that they love to demonize. This is an example of how that works. The system is structured to fill the Supreme Court with conservatives, regardless of what the American people actually believe in election after election. And then, oh, what do you know? They then repay the favor by saving a Republican presidential candidate. We're not surprised by this. They have to pretend that we were shocked. It's really weird. They should maybe like talk to a liberal.
I mean, this isn't our first rodeo, all right? A lot of us were barely of voting age or just narrowly of voting age in the year 2000 when the Supreme Court stopped a recount of votes. Just like literally handed it to George W. Bush. Oh, and his brother was the governor of the state that he so-called won. So we've been here before, John. We've been here before.
We've 100% been here. We're not surprised by it. This is why, and like when we say, this is another example of how the Supreme Court is obviously not constituted in a way that it can deliver on the mission that people believe that it has. This is not like us, like all of a sudden, like you love the Supreme Court and now you're freaking out. No, I've had issues with the Supreme Court for some time. This is not the biggest issue. There's tons of issues. It should bother you. It doesn't, only because you have the advantage right now. Like if Biden somehow wins and he replaces a couple of the conservatives, I have a feeling they'll be more willing to talk about reform of the Supreme Court at that point. And you know who else will? Me. If we get the advantage, I will still be willing to talk about 18-year terms, maybe guaranteed placements on the Supreme Court for each presidential term, so it's not a complete crapshoot. because I believe in consistency and it's a broken system. They only care about the fact that it's broken when it's broken in a way that actually hurts them.